Now it's time for Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Paul.
We have a great show coming up, but we always like to start the show with, with a song that basically explains what happened last week. And that should be a lot of fun for everyone. Here is God Bless Texas by Little Texas. Past Week, Next Week.
That's a whole lot of Texas.
Yeah. Hey, can you see it yet? Oh, I got to share it. Sorry.
I can't. No. I can just see Jonathan. Oh, there we go. Something's happening. Wow. How old is this song now?
I had to look it up. It's 92. Where's your face, Chris? Where's your face?
Oh, sorry. That's an old song. This song's as old as my failed first marriage.
Wow. Little Texas.
Is it Little or Lil?
It's Little, but I call it Lil because I'm a fan.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure what they want to be, you know? Okay, that's okay. That holds up. That holds up over time.
Yeah.
But do they want to be a rock and roll band or do they want to be a country band?
Yeah, that's a good question. And also, this is eerily similar to that, was it Schmidt's Gay Beer?
Yeah.
Thing with Chris Farley and Adam Sandler sitting around the pool there just reminded me of that. Plus the glasses. You can kind of see him pull them up. They like the long hair. I guess this was about Billy Ray Cyrus time, though, wasn't it?
It sure was.
Yeah. Whoa. She's limber.
So, do you know why I chose the song to open up?
I got to tell you, I'm completely baffled.
Really?
No, it's been a hell of a week for Texas. Hell of a 2 weeks, basically. I mean, we've been cold here, but I think we're used to dealing with it much more than they are. Yeah, look at those three Texas gentlemen.
Yeah.
Am I right? Is that why you picked this?
That's exactly right. It's so weird, the terrible stuff that you never would think that Texas would be in trouble with energy problems.
Yeah. Yeah, of all the states.
Yeah. I chose this one for another reason, folks. My brother, Phil Lavoda, who's a former prosecutor, supposedly he's going to be on CNN sometime during the show. And we're gonna try to let you listen to it as we watch it. Which relates to this is that this guy's cousin is Seals and Croft. So
the singer dude?
Yeah, the guy who's the leader of the Little Texas.
Oh wow. So
like a family member that's a lot better than you.
Yeah. So his cousin did HR Puffin stuff?
Seals I thought Seals and Croft was
Oh, right. I'm thinking Sid and Marty Croft. Sorry.
Yeah. I wonder if they're related to them or not.
I don't know. Oh, wow. That looked painful.
So anyway, do you get that connection about the family member and the
Yeah. This is a multifaceted, many layers to
one's
this.
better than the other and everything like that.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, I always forget to pull the chat tab here.
Hey, everybody. Lord. That was Little Texas. God bless Texas. And that sums up the best week because we wish only the best for Texas and the terrible times they've gone through and the crazy tragedy they're dealing with. We thought we would send out a really cheesy video to help them out. So welcome to Past Week, Next Week with Chris and Paul.
Hey, I'm Chris.
And I'm Paul. This is a show where we review the most important things for the past week and get you ready for the next week. It's your one-stop podcast to keep you updated. It's a real week review. Just listen to us. You won't need any other information outlet. That's our guarantee. If it's Sunday morning, you're listening to us online at kctkradio.com, or you can watch us on Facebook Live, a KCTK radio page. But it's easier just to use the KCTK radio smartphone app. If you don't have it, go to your smartphone store on your phone, type in KCTK, it's only 4 letters, and download it for free. You can join the experiment also by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060. We welcome your participation. So much so that we have our friend the Texters on the line, and he will provide us with commentary. He's kind of like a listener ombudsman, if you think about him.
Oh,
don't you think?
Yeah.
He represents the listeners on what's on their mind.
You're absolutely right.
So you can text us or call us, or you can just sit back and relax and know that the Texter has everything under control. If you're listening to a rebroadcast of this program, we appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday evening, 7 p.m. on Delmarva Talk Radio, or you're having a nice Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. on Good Talk Radio. You can still call us, 913-735-0060, or you can go to the Past Week Next Week Facebook page, because we welcome your participation and your feedback. Coming up, we have a weekly news quiz, pop culture update. We have an incredible opportunity special feature. It's going to be so good. Headlines and predictions, and much, much more. So, Chris, what is going on?
Oh, well, we're finally climbing out of this deep freeze, which is nice. But this last week was just more of trying to stay warm, I got so cold, and I have 2 daughters, and they wanted to get out of town, and so we just took off, man. We just went to Cancun, and it was so nice. God, it was great. Everybody should do it, seriously.
As long as you did exactly what your daughters wanted you to do, that's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They made the choice. It wasn't my choice. I'm only the dad.
Oh, that's right. Loud. You don't have any public responsibility to constituents. You actually can do that.
Yeah. That, I don't know, man. That story was just so ludicrous. Such an imbecile. Oh my gosh. Why would you do that? Why?
Did you leave the house very much, or
this last week? No.
Yeah.
No, I really didn't. And I've been missing. Normally at the end of my workday, I get out and I go drive around a little bit and listen to an audiobook, because I love audiobooks. And what am I going to do? Sit in my room and listen?
No.
But it's just been too cold and too nasty. So I really didn't do a whole lot. It was just kind of hibernating. What about you?
I didn't leave the house at all. It's been a weird week because we were slowly doing things to our house. We have wallpaper everywhere. So I found this wallpaper guy who does a great job and takes off the wallpaper and then makes it easy to paint. It's not easy to take off wallpaper. I know some people think it is. Do you think it is?
Easy to take it off? No, no. Wallpaper sucks, man.
So this guy, he texts me on Sunday evening and said, I can't show up Monday. I'll be there Tuesday. Okay.
Wow.
Tuesday. I call him Wednesday. He just doesn't show up at all. Now, what's strange about this?
Was he in Cancun?
No. What's strange about this is he's the most professional service provider I've seen in a long time. So then on Thursday, he texts me back. His father-in-law died. They had to leave town, and he left his work phone behind. So now the struggle is this. Well, I've already made a decision, but the struggle was, do we still keep him to do his work? What would you do, Chris?
Man. If he had a track record of being professional and living up to his responsibilities, maybe I'd give him another chance. One.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
He's coming Tuesday because things happen, and I don't want to be that guy that gets all mad and for something that really doesn't mean.
Yeah. Right.
Now I told you about the painter who flaked on me.
Right. Yeah.
He was different because he tried to charge more money or he wasn't coming, and I told him to take a hike.
That's what she said. Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to use such
Uh-uh.
hard language. So,
Hey,
so that's what's been going
you're
on.
passionate.
Yeah. And as I
So
mentioned,
yeah, you guys keep.
as I mentioned, we're monitoring. We're monitoring the star of Tracy's Tips and Dips, Phil Lavoda, his appearance on CNN. We'll see if he's on there or not. He probably is going to be pissed I'm talking about.
So he hasn't shown up yet.
No. He's probably going to
No
be
Phil
mad
yet. All right.
when I brought it up because they may cut him or something, and I'm just making this all up.
Oh yeah.
He's not really going to be on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That. I mean, it could be. He could be like Matt Damon tries to get on Jimmy Kimmel's show every dang night, and they always have to cut him for time.
Oh, okay.
So it could be like that.
Like Lindsay
I don't know.
Buckingham on the What's Up with That show.
Yes. What's up with that? What's up with that?
So we have nothing going on in our lives, do we?
No, it's pretty brutal. Yeah, man, it is so Groundhog Day. It's just get up, go to work, be cold. Although, it's 37 degrees when I woke up this morning, and it was just amazing that it was above freezing in the morning time.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's really great to have power.
Yesterday. Oh boy. Did you ever lose power with the rolling blackouts or anything?
Yes, I did. Did you?
I did not. No.
Wow,
We never lost power.
wow, that's awesome.
But when you live in Golden Acres, I mean,
Good point. So our lives are done. That's our first segment. So let's move quickly to news quiz.
Yeah, please. God, I'm boring myself to death.
This is where you turn in to find out about what happened last week.
What did we do last? I think we got 4 out of 5 last week.
We did. We kind of. I think it threw me off because we missed the first one, and I thought, we suck. We suck. So so what we do is we go through the Slate News quiz, and then we answer the questions, and then we discuss some of the news. Just checking out the chat line. The weather fucked up much last week. I went to a rave where the only people there were allowed to vaccinate fun seekers, and boy, oh boy, was it fun. Oh, I don't know if this will be in the news, but Rush Limbaugh passed away.
Yeah. Yep.
And, what an amazing broadcaster and a terrible human being. So we would like to think.
I think that's a fair assessment. Yeah.
We would like to think when you say, wow, Chris and Paul, you guys are terrible broadcasters. Well, Rush had that on us.
Right.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
right,
he was a horrible person.
Right.
That may have done more to divide this country than anyone I know.
Than you or I, for sure. We tried. Okay.
But you can't take it away. He was a talented broadcaster.
Very talented. Very talented. But we'll talk a little bit more about him in our next segment. Let's look to the news now, shall we? Let's do it.
To fanfare.
Which politician was described by Donald Trump this week as a dour, stolen, and unsmiling political hack? Here's some.
I know this one.
Okay.
I know this one.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell. Let's see what the big board says.
Yeah.
I'm personally offended by some of the. You were right, but some of the choices were Harry Truman, Dianne Feinstein, Bernie Sanders, Mitch McConnell. Actually, any of those would be correct. But
Yes.
So,
but it was Mitch.
There's a big divide in the Republican Party between Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump. So that's fun to see.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Go at it, boys.
Okay. Question.
Tear each other up. That's what I say.
Question number 2. President Joe
Yeah.
Biden made his first official trip since taking office to host a town hall meeting in which city?
Ooh, I don't know which city. I'm gonna need the possible answers here.
I know the answer. Milwaukee.
Okay.
And
Wisconsin.
yes, Wisconsin, a what they call a
Gotcha.
swing state. I think all the gang from Arnold's Drive-In was there, and it was a really good event.
Oh, love Arnold's. Al Del Vecchio.
Question 3. Which Republican House member has been disowned in a letter from family members as the member of the Devil's Army for opposing Trump?
Oh, it's like Dr. Katz or somebody. Adam
Adam
Kinzinger.
Adam King, that's right. Now, what I never got on this one is who sent this email? I mean, if it's like your third cousin,
Yeah,
who
I don't know.
gives a flying F. But if it's your mother, that's a
Well,
little
I think it
different.
was.
It was his mother?
I heard it. No, it was family that he. God, I saw a story. That he said he sees maybe once a year at some kind of event.
Mhm.
So I don't know, but yeah, nobody too close. It was nobody close enough that he seemed to care too much.
I mean, would you care if like your third cousin sent you a letter saying that crazy radical stuff? I mean,
Yeah, I probably. It would probably hurt a little bit.
Yeah, but
not
that big a deal. Someone you don't see that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Wow.
mean, he can hang his hat on. He did the right thing. So there's that.
Yeah. Huh. That's different for our culture. Okay, let's go with question 4.
Yeah.
Representative Bernie.
Okay, we're three for.
3 for 3. Okay.
Yep.
Representative Bernie Thompson joined the NAACP in suing Donald Trump allegedly that he incited the January 6th Capitol riot in violation of an act nicknamed after which group? Huh.
Oh God, I'm gonna need choices on this one.
The Ku Klux Klan, Daughters of the American Revolution, the Osmonds, the Molly Maguires.
I so wish it was the Osmonds, but I bet it's the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, I don't understand what it is. The texter thought it was the Bee Gees, but let's see.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it- the lawsuit was also names Rudy Giuliani and extremist groups, the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers. So there must be, there's a violation of an act. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Wow,
Yeah, I don't know.
This has been exciting, hasn't it? Okay, so question 5. Jacqueline von
Yes.
Ovoist and Laura Richardson had their promotions delayed by which organization to avoid upsetting Donald Trump?
I have no idea here.
I guessed, and I was guessed correctly, the Department of Defense, because the other ones, NASA, Department of Education, and NBA don't have promotions.
Oh God, I wish the Osmonds was a choice there too.
You would have chose it. So they served in the Air Force and Richardson in the Army. So they delayed their promotions. I don't know anything about this, folks. In
I don't know, but hey,
we got all of them correct, and it's quite frankly,
5.
it's not fair that we got them all correct, because what you want is a little bit of news and then some explanation behind it, but I have no clue what
None.
I'm talking about on that last.
Yeah, but the texture says we rock.
Yeah, effing A.
Yeah.
Okay, CNN is talking about the impact of Facebook in Australia, so we may have to break away real quick.
Yeah. Phil's an expert on that, right? Australian Facebook.
He's going to be so mad. Okay, let's take a break. Let's get some more coffee.
God,
Enjoy
yes.
ourselves.
Thought you'd never say it. Okay.
And then we'll be back with more of this exciting episode of Past Week Next Week with Chris and Paul. We'll be right back. Oh, where's the music? Yeah, you got to have that.
There it is.
looking at the past 7 days so you don't have to. You could join in on the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060.
Do you know if your children are up to date with their immunizations? Hey, fellow Detroit parents, I'm Herman Moore, a former professional football player. I'm lucky to have two amazing sons, but I also know that being a parent requires a lot of work. And one of the most important things is helping to keep your children healthy. To help make sure they stay on top of their game, it was important to stay on top of their vaccinations. The CDC recommends a vaccination schedule that helps protect against 14 serious diseases before age 2. There's a lot to consider when it comes to your child's health, but I know getting our children vaccinated with all doses at the scheduled times is one of the most important steps we can take to help protect them from serious illnesses.
Visit vaccinateourchildren.com to find information about CDC recommended vaccinations. This message was brought to you by the Henry Ford Health System in partnership with Pfizer.
Hi, Tom Gully from the Tom Gully Show here. Listen to the show every weekday at 5 p.m. right here on KCTK Radio, personality-driven radio.
A just-launched nonpartisan web portal by Vote Sane PAC aims to empower the electorate in a unique way. Founder Rob Zimmer discusses what makes it different.
We designed VoteSane as a user-friendly, one-stop destination that contains news, data, and insights, as well as a chance to influence government by donating to candidates and causes directly from our site. Now, not only can voters see what their elected officials are saying and how they're voting, but regular folks get the same access as heavy-hitter insiders by donating to an incumbent or instead a challenger. VoteSane also provides social media content, on-site polling, and even voter registration. Our goal is simple: help more Americans participate in our democratic process, all with a few clicks of a mouse.
Technology's impact on the 2008 elections led to the VoteSane concept, which has now become the only nonpartisan portal that accepts donations to candidates. For more information, visit votesane.com.
Hey, everybody. I am back to tell you about our sponsor, Ranger Rob's Pet Poopy Bags. Cost-effective, low-cost, eco-friendly pet poopy bags with easy-to-manage handles, extra-wide bags for all pets, large and small. You can go to www.rangerrobshop.com to pick this up. This is a month supply I got on Amazon for $8.95. So it's I sound like a broken record when I talk about our sponsor, but what I love about this is when you find an idea, sure, you could be Henry Ford and make the automobile, or Bill Gates with Windows, or any of the great inventors of all time. I don't want to go through them right now. But you also can improve things. You can be an innovator by making something that we all need better. It makes life better. Could you imagine going back in time and having not only your smartphone, but also the technology of Ranger Rob's Pet Poopy Bags? You'd be like a superhero with superpowers. Everybody else would be picking up all their poop with, I don't know what they used in the past, straw? I don't know. You'd be using this. It'd be easy. Your life is easy. Your quality of life is amazing when you seek out products that make things better. And that's what Ranger Rob is all about. So go pick them up. And when you do, make sure you tell them, Gary sent you. Welcome back to
I love
Past
that.
Week Next Week with Chris and Paul. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, do we have anything from?
Welcome back for the next segment of the program.
Do we have anything from the texter before we move on? Do we have anything from the texter?
Dear Next Week Tomorrow, do you have any energy generating devices like solar panels? How green are you guys? I don't have any solar panels.
Wow.
I'll be straight up honest.
I'm going to go, if you don't mind, I'm going to use that as just a way to get into our next segment. Oh, wait, our next segment. Let's do this right now. We can do the pop.
Are we mixing up our segments?
Yeah, we're going to do our special feature now. So,
oh, shoot.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So, a couple things happened this week, folks. Rush Limbaugh passed away. Who's going to take over his radio show on AM? It's kind of like a question like who's going to be in charge of the telegraph machine from now on? You know what I mean? Because in AM radio, stop it. All of you who are listening, listen to your radio on your smartphone with the smartphone app. So, but we would like to be considered that.
Sure.
And what I noticed was Rush Limbaugh's whole shtick was to come up with excuses and blame other people for problems that we have. And it's become part of our culture. So when you see Texas have a failure in their energy, what was the first thing that governor said? Do you remember? Do you know, Chris?
I don't know if this is the first thing, but what stood out to me was that it's AOC's fault because of the Green New Deal.
It's AOC's fault because of the Green New Deal, because she had this idea, and they
that hasn't been passed into law.
That hasn't been passed into law, or even introduced as a bill, or even affect Texas whatsoever. The true reason is that they had a failure in their energy grid. They have their own energy grid, and they are regulated a little bit differently. And you can't really blame a lot of people for a weather event that you never expected. Okay, we get that. But they blamed, it's because we use wind power. Well, they use wind power in Canada. They use wind power and every other type of energy use everywhere around the world where it's colder than Texas. But what the alt-right does is come up with excuses all the time. And so since we want to be considered to be the next alt-right program to take over Rush Limbaugh, we thought it's time for us to bring up some problems, and then we'll tell you the right way, the wrong way, and the alt way. Yay! So, Chris, do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, so for example...
Yeah, go ahead there, dude.
So, for example, if you happen to have a problem, let's say you have a problem that you're being left on hold on a on like your cable company or with some big business, and you're very upset with it. The wrong way would be to curse at the company employee. Don't do that. That's the wrong way.
Okay. That's that's totally wrong.
The right way to solve the problem would be to speak with the supervisor and have them try to understand the issue. But
that makes sense.
The alt-right way is organize a group to storm the company, to hang the corporate VP, and then blame black people.
Oh God.
The right way, the wrong way, the alt-right way. Chris?
Okay, gotcha. Okay. So let's look at another problem. And especially this time of year, I think a lot of people can relate to this, but let's say that you've got a runny nose. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Sure is.
So do I start with the right way or the wrong way?
Either one.
I don't want to. Okay. So the wrong way to handle the problem of a runny nose is to just lick your upper lip as needed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gross. I don't even know if that's healthy. Don't do it. The right way is just grab a fresh Kleenex and blow your nose, you big goof.
Yeah.
But the alt-right way to handle the problem of a runny nose is to claim that it's caused by an allergy to libs eating babies, and that your snot faucet will only stop once the elites switch back to veal.
Good, Chris. I hope you're all getting this, producers, because this is what we would do when we take over the program.
I'd be taking notes.
Now, a lot of people have a regular personal problem that they have like a door-to-door salesman knock on their door. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this is a huge problem in the 1950s. Yes.
Yeah. The wrong way to handle this would be to lock the door, don't answer the door, and ignore this person. Don't do that. The right way would be answer the door and tell them you're not interested in a very polite manner, because that person's working. The alt-right way,
they got a job to do.
The alt-right way of doing this is to invite them in, show them your gun closet, explain to them your Second Amendment right, and then call them a racial slur and shoot them.
Oh, wow.
Chris?
Thanks, Paul. Hey, just so you know, the texter came in as soon as you said the alt-right way, and he texted brandish your gun.
See?
Yeah, he gets it.
He's going to be the next Ed Schnurtley on our Rush Limbaugh show, I think.
I think he absolutely is. Well, let's look at another problem that a lot of people have, and that problem, of course, is blisters on your feet.
Oh, God.
Shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got new shoes, you got blisters. What do you do? Well, the wrong way is to put the shoes and dog feces together in a paper sack and light it on fire in front of the store where you purchased them.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, that's mean. The right way is to dress and bandage the blisters as you need, and to realize that the more you wear the shoes, the more your feet will get used to them. So you turn your perspective around and look at this as a blessing to practice patience as your feet heal. That's the right way to do it.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. The alt-right way to do it is to take your frustration out on some dude you meet on Grindr, then go to church with your mousy wife the next day and try not to hate yourself too much for living a complete lie. You know?
That's the alt-right way to do
That's
it.
the alt-right way, yeah, to deal with that problem.
That's great, Chris. Here's a problem we've all had.
Sure.
Wanting to log into an account, but being unable to remember the password.
Oh, that's a big problem these days.
Happens a lot.
Yeah.
The right way or the wrong way is to shut your computer down and never use that business again.
Yeah, that doesn't help you or anyone.
The right way is to click lost my password and then create a new one and write it down somewhere so you remember it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. The alt-right way, make sure that you have a letter to Nancy Pelosi explaining to her that it is her fault that big tech has censored your new password and that you want to use the N-word as your regular password all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Chris, she was pretty good for just making them up on the spot, aren't they?
They're pretty awesome.
And let's do one more, Chris, for you.
Yeah, here we go. So here's a big one. Nicotine stains on your teeth.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Huge problem. Huge problem.
Oh, and white poop on her wall.
Thank you, Texter.
Yeah.
So the wrong way to handle the problem of nicotine stains on your teeth is to use Whiteout by Bic to brighten up your choppers.
Oh my.
Don't do that. Whiteout's not made for your mouth.
No, it's the
The
wrong.
right way to handle nicotine stains on your teeth. Yeah, that's the wrong way.
That's the wrong way. Yeah.
The right way is to quit smoking or use Topol, the smoker's tooth polish.
Both.
Yeah.
Preferably both on that right.
Oh
way.
no, my internet connection's unstable.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Now here's the alt-right way to handle the problem of nicotine stains on your teeth. And it's to hold your hand over your mouth, effectively hiding those pesky stains from the people you're yelling racial slurs at. Don't do it that way.
So that's the right way, the wrong way, and the alt-right way.
Alt-right. Yes.
Do you think we made the
That's a great special feature, Paul.
Do you think we made the special? Do you think we'll be the next Rush Limbaugh show?
I think if the folks at the EIB network are listening, we got a shot. You know what, too? We could split his salary. They don't have to pay us both what he made.
That's nice. Let's do that. What I think is funny about this, my idea that make fun of the alt-right and their never-ending excuses they make about everything. Josh Hawley doesn't have a book because he's been censored. He's such a freaking baby. All these guys are babies. Ted Cruz, my kids make me go. And they claim to be the group of accountability. They claim to be self-sufficient and all, and they're just the biggest bunch of crybabies I've ever seen in the world. But this little segment is wrong, as I was telling you before, because all their whining and excuses go back to they don't like black people. So it doesn't take a lot to really come up with the alt-right way.
No. Yeah, the punchlines basically write themselves, although it was kind of a reach for the grinder one, but hey.
No, that was good because it was deep. It was shows how hypocritical they are, and Grinder can be a lot of fun sometimes. But so let's go to pop culture news.
All right. Well, hey, I'm just going to jump right into this, Paul. The Masked Dancer finale reveals the identity of the last 3 celebrities.
All right.
The moves and have come to an end on the first season of The Masked Dancer. Gymnast Gabby Douglas was named the winner after being revealed as Cotton Candy dancing to This Is Me by Kesha on Wednesday's finale. Exciting news. I didn't even know The Masked Dancer was a show.
Isn't Gabby Douglas? Is she's like a medal winner, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I would think an Olympic medalist in gymnastics could do pretty good at dancing show. That doesn't seem fair, does it?
It almost doesn't seem fair. You're right. Yeah.
Well, we still enjoy it.
Because you got to pull other people up that have the same level of talent, right? You're not going to get like Jerry, the stand-up comic from Facts of Life, on there against Gabby Douglas.
Right.
That's not
right.
fair.
1980s. You've moved up a decade of your references, but Gabby Douglas is
sure have.
a world-class dancer. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of world class, Gwyneth Paltrow revealed she had COVID-19 and is suffering from brain fog. Gwyneth Paltrow revealed she had COVID-19 early in the pandemic and is still suffering from some lingering effects. On her Goop webpage, Paltrow wrote that she had COVID-19 early on and left me with some long tail fatigue and brain fog. Wow. Have you read brain fog, Chris?
I wonder if she can still smell, huh?
Have you read brain fog?
Here's what I know about brain fog. I don't know. I think it was the ailment in Joe versus the Volcano, starring Tom Hanks, that they all had brain fog. So that's interesting that now you're seeing it as a lingering effect of COVID. And I do wonder, can she still smell her vagina candle? Does she?
Ooh, that's a great question. For someone who makes candles, you need to be able to smell things.
You need your sniffer to work. So I don't know, but Godspeed to Gwyneth Paltrow is what I say. And let me say this about Gwyneth too. I think it's called Goop, maybe on Netflix. She's got this documentary series where the folks that are on her team at Goop, they go and do kind of extreme stuff. It's a fun documentary. So watch it.
Okay. I'll say. And by the way,
yeah,
we're 2 for 2 on 1980s references by Chris Whiting. Joe and the Volcano.
Hey, thank you. Let's see if we can keep it up. Paris Hilton is engaged to boyfriend Carter Room or Riem. I'm not sure. Paris Hilton is engaged. Hilton's boyfriend, Carter Rem, popped the question to the socialite and reality star over the weekend after 1 year of dating. She confirmed the news on her website and on Instagram, calling Rem her soulmate. Well, congrats to them.
That's sweet. I love it.
Yeah. That is good for Paris. Haven't heard a lot from her.
Yeah, I didn't know she could find love after her adventures with Nicole Richie.
Yeah, well, apparently she did. Good for them.
Speaking of love, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively donate another $1 million to food charities. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have once again opened their hearts and checkbooks to help those affected by the pandemic-fueled hunger crisis. The celebrity couple donated $500,000 to 2 organizations, Feeding America and Food Banks Canada. They're lovely people.
Boy, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of,
I always,
them, they're so good and so good looking. They're the most attractive people in the world, and they're nice too. Can I just have one thing?
I will say Ryan Reynolds is a guy I wanted to hate, honestly, because he's good looking and talented. And then when he comes out, I can hear puppies. When he comes out in the Deadpool films, I can't help but love the guy. My God.
Okay.
He is so hilarious.
Do you think his wife is attractive, Blake?
I do. Yeah.
You're into that sort of thing.
I mean, if I swung that way, yeah, I'd be okay with it. Yeah. No, she's very attractive and very talented. They both are. They're just handsome people.
Yeah,
Good
and
grief.
they give back, which makes them even more attractive. Chris?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Paul. Hey, speaking of attractive people, Matthew Modine may be Hollywood's most reliable touchstone.
Wow.
Matthew Modine has the coveted kind of Hollywood career, his pick of roles, always working, yet generally left alone in public. A familiar face on television and movie screens for decades, Modine can most recently be seen on Netflix's Stranger Things and his latest project, a horror film called Wrong Turn on Amazon Prime.
I used to
And
love.
of course, can forget him as the FBI agent and Married to the Mob? Probably my favorite Matthew Modine role.
My favorite is Vision Quest. I used to love that movie for some reason. Have you seen it lately? Because it's terrible.
I haven't. Doesn't it have Jake from 16 Candles in there?
Yeah, as the tough guy.
Yeah.
3 foot
Yeah.
tall
Yeah. I
tough
think he had a
guy.
mohawk.
Yeah. So good.
I don't know if I've ever seen that movie.
Yeah, it's a sure miss. Write it down on the piece of paper, then rip it up and throw it away. Okay, finally.
Yeah.
Finally, Chris.
Finally.
Dolly Parton says thanks, but no thanks to a statue of her at the Tennessee Capitol. Dolly Parton has told Tennessee lawmakers that actually no, she doesn't want a statue of her erected at the Tennessee Capitol. Earlier this year, a Tennessee representative proposed a statue idea to honor Parton for her contributions to the state. Dolly said, given all that's going on in the world, I don't think putting me on a pedestal is appropriate at this time. Wow. Can you believe that? The texter knows Dolly
said
Parton
erected.
got drunk with her. I can tell you from personal experience, these things happen in legislatures where some jackleg legislator wants to make a name for themselves by honoring someone who never even thought of it. Like,
oh, really? Would you have any personal experience with this?
Like this one state senator I knew named a bridge after a guy who didn't even think about that he wanted a bridge named after him. Now he was appreciative and he liked it, but you know, Dolly, I love her. I mean, she's got, for all the success and talent she has had, she has a real good perspective on the world, doesn't she? Now, when she passes away or anything, or she retires, they definitely need to do something for her in the state of Tennessee. But I love her idea that, you know, this isn't what we should be doing right now.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, Dolly, I think, has always had almost just a universal appeal. Like everybody loves Dolly Parton. But during this pandemic, her stock's even gone up higher between finding out that she donated to the vaccine and she's saving kids' lives. And now she's saying, no, don't honor me with a statue, for crying out loud.
Well,
I'll tell you what.
She also, I mean, to me, she deserves a statue just because of Islands in the Stream. Wait.
Well, and for me, she deserves one because of Straight Talk.
Okay. That's going to be our old reference sound from now on. So there you go, folks. That was Showbiz News. We had a lot of fun with it. We wanted to keep you up to date. Sure, we did our things out of order, but you're not listening anyway. So it doesn't really make a difference.
Now that's fair.
Petra, I'm not going to read that. That person would be a COVID denier. I'm not going to do that. That's terrible. All right, let's take a quick break and then we'll be back. And
yeah, for God's sake.
Let's just do it. We'll be back with more Past Week next week with Chris and Paul.
Oh, there's CNN.
Join in on the experiment by calling or texting us at 913-735-0060. We dare you.
Guys, want to get your wife or girlfriend a gift that will change her life? Ladies, how would you like to have great eyebrows, luscious lips, an eyeliner that stays put, and makeup that doesn't go anywhere? How would you like to go all day looking like your makeup was just applied? If you said yes to any of those things, then the answer is permanent makeup. This simple and easy procedure is quick, painless, and the results are outstanding. No more reapplying and no more smudging of your makeup. And in our area, Natural Image Salon in Lee Summit is the only place to perform your permanent cosmetic procedure. The professionals at Natural Image Salon in Lee Summit are your answer to waking up every morning with perfect makeup and the great feeling of knowing whether you're swimming, working out, or just waking up, you will always look beautiful. Call Natural Image Permanent Cosmetic Salon at 816-525-9971, 816-525-9971 for a free consultation. Gift certificates are also available. Tell them you heard this ad and get $25 off any procedure. Natural Image, your investment in a beautiful you.
This is Drew from KCTK Radio's Week Review with Paul and Drew. Listen to the show every weekday at 3:30 p.m. and live show Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. right here on KCTK Radio, personality-driven radio.
Do you see that doggy in the shelter?
Hi, I'm Buddy, the adorable puppy you adopted from the Humane Society.
Meow. I'm Whiskers, a fluffy kitty, just waiting for someone to love me.
When you adopt a pet, we hope your new furry friend will become a cherished member of your family. And as Buddy and Whiskers will tell you, the key to success is following the rules to love by.
Woof, that's right. Please give me food, water, and exercise every day. To stay healthy, I need the same kind of things you need.
Talk to me. I like hearing your voice.
You're my best friend. Please don't stay mad at me or lock me up as punishment. Remember, I'm probably going to live 10 to 15 years, so take care of me when I get old.
One day you'll need someone to take care of you, too.
A message from the Montgomery County Humane Society. Visit www.mchumane.org for the complete rules to love by.
Be your best friend for life.
Hi, welcome back, everybody,
Yeah.
to the Past Week, Next Week show with Chris and Paul.
Paul, I have to make an announcement.
Yes.
I got corrected. You know, we made fun of the right for not taking responsibility.
Yeah.
I want to take responsibility.
Okay.
One of our listeners, an Eric Madsen, all the way from Portland, Oregon, let me know that in Joe versus the Volcano, they had brain cloud, not brain fog. I was mistaken.
Very good.
And corrected.
I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. And I'm also going to say I should have said Dolly deserves a statue for rhinestone instead of straight talk. I think that would have been a better line. But what are you going to do? It's in the past.
It's okay. Hey, I want to urge everyone who's listening, which is you, Chris, to
text
watch. Oh, I don't know if he's even listening, but to watch the Patrice O'Neill documentary called "Killing" "Killing Is Easy."
Okay.
Patrice O'Neill was a stand-up comedian. He passed away. He's kind of like completely opposite of Chris and Paul because he was really talented, super funny, but he just never wanted to cooperate with anybody to be popular and to make that next step and to be a household name. We're willing to do basically anything.
Oh my God, whatever it takes. We'll debase ourselves in so many ways.
But we don't have any of the like talent or humor.
No.
But it's really interesting because they show his whole life and his struggles he had. They show him on Opie and Anthony, the radio show.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking we need to get like a Sam Roberts or an E-Rock or somebody on our show because their jokes aren't funny either, but they have someone there laughing at them.
Oh, right.
And I think it would have helped our last segment if we would have had someone pretending like it was funny.
I wish we had a Chris Stanley. That's who I would
Yeah.
like.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be great? I'd still call him Pepper Hick.
Yeah.
That would be me, though. So with that said,
or a just plain Dave.
yeah, or just to prove that you need a little help with jokes that aren't funny, here is headlines and predictions. Chris?
Hey, thanks, Paul. Yeah, so I'll kick it off here. And just a reminder to the folks, this is where we take actual news stories, but we write our own hilarious punchlines.
Oh, wow.
So here we go. Yeah. Millions of residents in Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi are suffering widespread power outages and pumped water outages as severe winter weather drags on in the region. Hundreds of thousands in each state are without power. Texas is still expecting up to 2 more days of record-breaking cold that has frozen pipes and crashed the state's power grid. Meanwhile, in case Ted Cruz is listening, it's 75 and sunny in Cancun and a blistering 6,000 degrees in hell. Paul?
Thanks, Chris. The Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine faced several limitations for the first few months of its distribution because it had to be stored in ultra-cold freezer. But the two companies revised that guidance, saying the vaccines now only need to be stored in regular freezer. For those in Texas, please store it outside, not in a powerless refrigerator, but you can use that as your home now. Chris?
Thanks, Paul.
No power there.
The Biden administration announced that the United States is willing to sit down with other world powers to discuss returning to the 2015 Iran nuclear deal. The State Department said the U.S. would accept an invitation to discuss a diplomatic way forward on Iran's nuclear program, but stipulated that it has to be a real paper invitation sent in the mail. None of that Evite bullshit. Paul?
Thanks, Chris. The United States officially... Yeah, it was great. The United States officially rejoined the Paris Climate Accord. The return was largely symbolic, but still important. It's the political message that's being sent. And that message is, the United States is so sorry. Trump was such a dumbass. Please let us back in the world community. We beg of you. Chris?
Hey, thanks, Paul. Britain's Supreme Court ruled unanimously that drivers for the ride-hailing service Uber are company workers, not independent contractors, and are therefore entitled to the national minimum wage, paid annual leave, and other benefits. And in a separate judgment, the Supreme Court ruled that Lyft drivers are free to go fuck themselves. Paul?
Thanks, Chris. And finally, Perseverance, NASA's most advanced rover to date, has flawlessly landed itself on Mars after a month-long 292.5 million mile journey from Earth. Percy, as she is otherwise known, sent back her first images immediately upon touchdown, showing her shadow on the surface of the landing site. If the mission finds any sign of intelligent life on Mars, the rover will be sent to the Republican Senate caucus.
Oh,
nice.
That's nice. Yeah, I get it. That's kind of the whole joke right there. Yeah, sure.
I think I stole this.
Well, another great segment.
Stole that from Rush Limbaugh, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's our tip of the hat. Who did I steal this from?
To you.
No, Chip Chipperson.
Holy cow, look how big my finger is.
This is from Chip Chipperson. Okay.
Milady.
Milady. Okay. So what else we got for the rest of the week, Chris? You got big plans, I think.
Yeah, so we got the next week coming up here, and
sure do.
I'm planning on getting up every morning, going to work. It is going to be a little bit warmer this week. I am hoping that I'm going to get to go out and play some disc golf this week. It's been too long.
You play all by yourself.
Kind of. I will play by myself often. Yeah. Sometimes I'll meet up with this guy named Velvy and play, and sometimes I just go out by myself. It's kept me sane during this pandemic.
How come myself and Dexter are never invited to disc golf, or as I like to call it,
you guys are always invited to disc golf.
Okay.
Would you want to go? I'm not even joking.
Sure, but I don't own a disc. Do I need to get one?
No, you could just use some of my discs.
You have several.
Yeah,
What do you?
I do.
Are you like a golfer? You can rent it one. Are you like a golfer where you pick out? Okay, this is where I am. I got to use this disc instead of this disc. Like
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Really?
I've got a number of drivers. I've got a number of mid-range, and then I've got my putters.
Are you?
And then I have
Are
discs
you
that
serious right now?
Oh, I'm dead serious. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. There's how far it goes, how hard you have to flick it to get it to spin, how fast you've got to release. And then there's ones that will go more straight and ones that curve. And so you got to look at your shot and do I have to go around a tree? You know, do I want to skip on the ground? So it's a science.
I think you've lost it, and I worry about you.
And I got myself a bag to carry my discs in, and it has a cooler built into it. How awesome is that?
Can you have a refreshing drink when you're doing this?
Yes,
Was that kind of against the law in a public park?
I don't know. I will say this: the disc golf crowd seems to not be shy about carrying open containers and/or smoking weed in a public park.
That's nice because
In fact,
the Texas days, a frisbee was just a plate to roll weed in. Now, have you become friends with other people that you didn't know that were dixers? What do you call yourself? Dickers?
I have. Yeah.
Really?
Discers.
You want to give a shout out to one of your new friends that's a discer.
Well, I'll tell you, somebody I've run into a couple times and we've had some nice conversations is a guy that you might remember named Tom DeMark.
Oh, yes, Tom DeMark. I remember him. How's he doing?
Yeah, good. He's a doctor.
He must. I asked how he's doing.
He's like
I remember him fondly from high school. He's a great person, and it sounds like he accomplished doctor. But there's something wrong with his life if he's out there with you, drinking and smoking weed, throwing a frisbee.
Hey, I never said that I'm out there smoking weed.
Then what are you doing?
But yeah,
might as well go.
Well, it's seriously, it has been something that's kind of kept me sane throughout. Some people have baked sourdough bread. Some people have domestically abused other folks, which I do not condone. And then others are disc golfing. The courses are so packed right now.
Put down my hobbies.
Hang on, I dropped something. Damn it. It's fun. We should seriously do it.
Okay. If we can get the texture to come with it, I'll go.
But here's my big concern. There's so much snow on the ground. I'm afraid the ground is going to be nothing but mud when it gets up into the 50s. So I might have to put on my rubbers when I go out there. So what about you, Paul? What's happening with your week?
I'm excited because we'll be having new wallpaper removal and paint in my home, and it will look lovely.
That is exciting. Yeah.
There you go. That's it.
Well, hey, it sounds like a crazy week.
Yeah, I really hated the weather. I really hated the weather last week. So
it was depressing.
Yeah, it just made me not want to do anything at all. And in fact, I host a podcast, a very popular podcast called The Week Review. You may know because Drew's on there. The Drew's is very famous. I didn't even feel like doing it. I didn't want him to have to travel through the Arctic to come over and do a stupid podcast.
Yeah.
So we didn't even do that.
But did he?
No. I said, forget it. I can't in good conscience make you come sit in a cold studio after traveling through snow.
Nice of you.
And
you know what? You're a good person and a good uncle.
Well, you're half right. So I'm hoping
you are a person and an uncle.
Hope the sunshine gives me a little more energy and I get more things taken care of this week and have a lot of fun. One last thing with the texter before we say goodbye is the David Coverdale autograph picture coming this week. That's a great question.
It really is.
It really is.
I have no idea.
I don't know either. And I don't quite understand what he means. I mean, I already have mine already. Don't you have yours? Chris?
I actually have it tattooed on the small of my back.
That's right. Now I remember.
Yeah, David Coverdale is my tramp stamp.
Okay. Well, take us out, Chris. We'll go ahead and say goodbye.
All right, let's do it here. Hey, everybody, thank you for listening to Past Week Next Week with me and him. Since you love the program, please rate and review the podcast on your favorite podcast distributor. And hey, we'd love to hear from you. And you can contact us at 913-735-0060 or at pastweeknextweek@gmail.com and join our Facebook page. Also, make sure you listen to all the great programs on KCTK Radio, Delmarva Talk Radio, and Good Talk Radio. Plus, support our sponsor by picking up some Ranger Rob Pet Poopy Bags. On behalf of Paul, I'm Chris saying goodbye.
And on behalf of Chris, I want to say goodbye with Johnny Nash. I can see clearly now, because this is what I'm thinking about for next week. It's going to be warmer, sunshine's going to come out, and I can finally see clearer.
Oh, that's nice. We're going in the way back for this one.
Chris, I'm an old person. This is current music,
too, buddy.
Okay? So
this brings me right back to sitting sans seatbelt in the very back of my mom's navy blue Gran Torino station wagon, listening to WHB.
Yeah.
Before it was sports talk.
Who's your favorite WHB jock?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I remember any of the jocks from WHB. The texter like David Lawrence.
Yeah, David Lawrence was legendary.
Yeah.
He passed away.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's who my dad listened to all the time, and when I drive around with him.
Who are some of the other jocks that were on WHB?
I don't remember WHB that well, but I remember WDAF, 61 Country, David Lawrence.
Yeah.
Here's Jim Reeves.
Dan Henry.
Dan Henry was great. Yeah.
He was. I loved him. Fred Broski.
Uh-huh. Now, you were a big Walt Bodine fan back in WHB time. Maybe
I did love Walt Bodine. Yeah. He was great.
Yeah.
And of course, who can forget Just Plain Dave?
I can't, because I don't know who that is.
How about every teenager's mother's nightmare, Chuck Nasty?
Man, he was the best, wasn't he?
He was good, yeah.
His given name, too. So weird.
But the texter, did you meet Chuck Nasty at Winstead's?
Produced by Paul Lavoda. If you want more information
Walt.
on this content, then you have some real weirdness going on. You can always check out KCTK Radio on Facebook. Listen to live programs at kctkradio.com. Yes, and that is on the World Wide Web. Thank you.
Great show, everybody.
Are we out? Oh, we're still live on Facebook.
Looks like we're still recording.